We all have been conditioned to judge someone from almost the instant we see or meet them. Maybe their teeth aren't straight. Maybe they have acne. Maybe they drive a fancy car. But what does it mean when we judge others? Do we see a person's social status? Or do we assume based on body type? Perhaps it's their sexual identity. Or maybe even their political affiliation. Does the process of judging another human being say something about what this person is truly doing? Or how they're living? Or even their true being? Or more importantly, does it say something about us inside? Or does it hurt us in ways we don't fully realize? When we judge someone, even if we know them, we are removing the quality of them being a person and reducing them to a category. And this category where we place this human being is based on our own dissatisfaction or desires. A desire for someone to be just like we are, or at least a little less like the way they are currently. Judgment implies bias, and bias removes seeing the world in a non-judgmental way. So how do we let go of judging others? First, we need to understand the difference between discernment and judgment. Discernment may be defined as perception without judgment, or to see things the way they truly are without bias. Sometimes that can be hard to do. We've been conditioned by parents, society, media, and entertainment to judge something as beautiful or not. Whereas judgment implies a value, a conception, good, bad, healthy, unhealthy, attractive, not attractive. And it is these conceptions that lead to bias and to not truly see the world as it is with non-judgmental awareness. The idea of beauty is one of the most subjective and hurtful judgments someone can make. Long hair, short hair, thin, large, muscular, light skin, dark skin, beard, mustache, clean shaven. And every region or country or culture has their own idea of what is beautiful or what is acceptable and what is not. And if we make a judgment on another culture or person, we are unwittingly inserting bias, making a judgment on their way of life. This removes the quality of humanity from them. There's a lot to consider, and if you focus your energy on superficialities, you may find yourself getting overwhelmed very quickly. Openness and curiosity are very important to removing judgment. As an example of a preconceived bias most seem to share, let's consider social status. Some consider doctors, lawyers, judges, police, or CEOs more prestigious than an accountant or a barber or a retail clerk. Some look down on the poor, homeless, or incarcerated as the flotsam and jetsam of society. Wealthy people have the same needs just as a person who is not wealthy. Safety, shelter, love, clean air, safe water to drink, and life-sustaining food. They're not different than anyone else, just as a homeless person is no different than the wealthy CEO. Every living being is precious, no matter what their station is in life. It's okay to acknowledge a person's quality. Tall, short, wealthy, Asian, Caucasian, African. But the harm to ourselves, as well as the other person, comes with the judgment. How so? As we categorize someone, we remove all of the other qualities that they may possess in favor of a single attribute. We remove their essence, their being, and this dehumanizes them. This harms us as it removes the meaningful connection we may establish with them, and we stray from the path of peace and mindfulness. We water our own dissatisfaction by offering judgment. One other consideration that you may not be aware of is that judgment doesn't always have to be negative, to be harmful. Let's consider an employer who only considers a certain type of applicant. It could be that they only want a certain applicant from a particular university, or veteran status, or someone with a certain look or within a certain age range. Whatever quality they deem superior automatically makes all others inferior and excludes wonderful potential employees that may be just as hardworking and offering the company valuable insights and experiences. So, how do we stop judging others? We begin by inviting in empathy and compassion towards all beings with each breath we take. As I breathe in, I see the suffering of the caring being in front of me. As I breathe out, I offer compassion to them to help ease their suffering. In doing so, we understand that there is no difference between a Fortune 500 CEO or an incarcerated person in Peru, from you or from me. We all breathe the same air. We all walk the same earth. We all see the same moon and the same stars. And we all feel the same warmth from the same sun. We all have our own paths to walk. And on this path, we will all experience joy, and we all will experience suffering. Removing judgment will help ease the suffering of others, as well as for yourself. And with that, I wish you peace and ease, my friends.